Hello, Leo. Welcome to the Manjula Awakening. My name is Kiana, and today we are going to take a look at the week ahead for you, Leo. Excuse me. Guys, these are general messages. Allow your intuition and your discernment to land you upon the pieces that resonate for you and leave the rest for someone else. So, in the pre-shuffle, what I got for the overall situation or reason for this reading is exchanging of gifts. And at the bottom of the deck was time for a nap. And then the obstacle and the challenge here with this energy is the to be fair. These are the two cards that came out. And immediately when the exchanging of gifts came out, my attention got drawn in on the making sure that what you're putting your energy into is yielding the results that is like the worth is equal. And so to keep this at a simple rate with just these cards on the table, if you're for daily tasks, because we haven't made it that far, but out of the second oracle deck, at the bottom of the deck is the sustainability, which is your sixth house. So let's take this down into daily task and look at it from this perspective. What you're putting your energy into throughout the day is not yielding the results that you need to have a sustainable life. And so there's a need to really take a look at that and balance that out. Now, because we do have Hearth, here is the overall energy that came out for that. Give me just one moment, guys. Now, because we got Vista Hearth from this particular oracle deck, and it actually came out on the table, that is a 32 card that breaks down to a 5, which lets me know that that's about some change is coming in. Now, this Vista, it really does speak to your internal flame, what sparks you. It's really your authenticity, the thing that sets you aside, the thing that when it is ignited, anybody can just sit back and watch you shine. It's that energy. And I feel like that what you've been putting that energy into, Leo, is not worthy, because it's not feeding you anything worthwhile for your journey. And the challenge and the obstacle here is this to be fair. Now at the bottom of the deck, we did have flexible. So there's a need to really watch the way that you're showing up when you are giving. What about the situation is worthy for you to give the extent that you're giving? And I'm not saying shortchange anyone, because here on this channel, we try to practice showing up authentically, no matter what external circumstances disapproves of or approves of. So I'm not saying show up anything less than of yourself. But what I am saying is, if you're constantly pouring into a situation that's not pouring into you, it's time to pull back and pour the energy that you're pouring into that situation, place, or thing. It's time to pour it into you, Leo. And if you're in a situation where they're constantly pouring and you're constantly getting fed, then it's time for you to reevaluate why it is that you feel like you only need to receive and there's nothing to be given. That's what I'm getting from the pre-shuffle. I know that's a whole lot, but let's jump right in. Excuse me, guys. I am overcoming an illness. I've got some Benadryl in my system, but we all right. We're gonna survive. It's homemade Benadryl, not this. It's my natural Benadryl. So we do, once again, we have more equal exchange, equal reciprocity, equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which lets me know that there needs to be some balancing out and some acknowledging and some accepting and some sitting back and reflecting. What is your Ten of Cups? What does your Ten of Cups look like for you? That way you're not even holding people to a false expectation, right? Because any expectation that you hold someone else to and you're not truly knowing what makes you happy is a false expectation. Because what if they give you exactly what you want and you're still left feeling void of something? You've left them to a false expectation. We have the Ten of Swords, and this comes due to you knowing exactly what you don't want because of past situations. But just because you know what you don't want doesn't mean that you know what you do want. Now, and I'll be the first to say that knowing what you don't want is a good starting point to figuring out what it is that you do want. But you can't just stop there, because then you're ultimately only going to manifest and call in continuously the things that you don't want based off of betrayal, and those are the things that are going to kind of come in. And then we have Judgment, which is all about, going within and doing some internal self-evaluation, reevaluating your standards and your I don't wants, and the way that you're looking at life based off of, well, I know I don't want Tyrone to do this to me no more, or I know I don't want Becky to do this to me no more. Okay, we know that Becky and Tyrone hurt you, but what is it that Jonathan and Teresa can do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that you would like them to do? Don't just tell them what you don't want them to do. So there needs to be a phase of this self-evaluation, this awakening to a new way of doing things, a new insight, a new perspective of to who you are and what you're worthy of. It's the Ten of Wands. And I like this particular Ten of Wands in this deck because he's had to figure out how to manage it. He's distributed the weight to where he's able to continue on his path. This is the only Ten of Wands that I have where he doesn't seem weighed over or in a stop position because of the burdens or because of the wands that he's carrying, the weight, the responsibility that he's carrying. Okay. I do feel like that there are some betrayals that have ultimately kind of like, in your eyes, dimmed your spark. And that could very well be the way that people are perceiving you external to you. However, it's this is here to say the key to getting back your spark is to pay attention to how much of yourself you're giving and what are you getting in return. So we've got the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely this level of overthinking and creating these self-fulfilling prophecies based off of past experiences. constantly thinking about the worst case scenario and therefore manifesting the worst case scenario into your life based off of past situations. And it's like you're expecting a new beginning, a new kind of love to come from that. And ultimately, all that you're going to get is the same kind of dimming of your light, the same type of heartache, and the same type of letdown. And Spirit is really trying to get you to open your eyes and expand the way that you go after your true heart's desires. What is it that you're truly looking for? And then you stay focused on that. Don't be scared to acknowledge what you really want. It doesn't matter what anyone external to you thinks. This is the week for you to do what feels good to you, because that's where you find growth. That's where you find your abundance. That's where you tap into your creativity. You have to stand on this. You have to, even when all opposition is coming at you this week, or whenever you see this message, Leo, whenever this chaotic energy may be coming at your way, know that peace is where you find your forward movement, resilience, standing your ground, not being shaken by what's being thrown at you, because you know that you're on a journey that is protected, divinely orchestrated, and there is forward movement coming. The Hierophant was behind that. And I'm not even going to keep going. But there is this level of, it's like you're elevating. It's like you're busting, you're breaking free from doing things the way that you have done them always. Even when you want to revert back to doing things the way you have always done things. There's this level of just keep going. You're about to see the fruits of your labor. I want it to be out of here in 10 words. 12, 22. Let me see. Final card, closing message, please. Thank you. It's a time for healing. There's a need to really change your perspective. Don't feed in. There is a fiery climax approaching, but your healing energy, everything that you have learned up until this moment, is requiring you to stick to what your newness. Stick to the new you. Don't divert back. There's something important about not diverting back into your old way, especially the next 7 days whenever you see this message, Leo. I pray that these messages provided you with some guidance on your journey. If these messages did resonate, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It really will help grow the channel and help these messages reach others in need. And in all that we say and in all that we do, moving forward, let's choose peace, Leo. Love and light.